everybody, Noreen here from organizedandcreativemom.com. Thanks so much for joining me today. I've got the May 123 sketch and layout for you, and I'm going to be using Creative Memories Deep Blue Sea collection that launched mid-month. And it is a beautiful nautical collection featuring papers in blues, turquoise, aquas, beige, sand, kind of seafoam green colors. It also has a coordinating variety mat pack. Some of the cards are 4x6 size, some of them are 4.5 by 6.5. And I think I'm actually going to use this particular one as my title for this month's layout. So those are lots of fun. There's also some great stickers, a sheet of border stickers, some icons and images, and then lots of great sayings and word stickers. And there's also a coordinating new border maker cartridge. This one is called the Scallop Wave, and I think you can see that that's fun wave pattern that's going to be great for lots and lots of summertime and tropical layouts. And I think you could have some fun with that and make some different kinds of punch art with it as well. The papers themselves have some great rope patterns, sailboats and waves, seashells, which I love, stripes, little starfish, and then a lovely sort of natural, I don't know, like a coral pattern, or maybe it looks like kind of like underwater plants that are kind of moving in the current. So I'm going to be actually using this particular paper for my 123 layout this month. And it's very sort of neutral on this side, and then the great blue pattern on this side. Now, if you're not familiar with the 123 layouts, we use one sheet of the double-sided patterned paper, and the magic is in the double-sided. We use 2 pieces of cardstock, or you can use album pages if you are a CM scrapbooker. And then we make the whole thing with just 3 cuts. And each month I provide a handout for you that you can download. You can check the link below this video if you're watching it on YouTube, or you can go directly to my shop on the Organized and Creative Mom blog, and you'll be able to find this month's free handout, and you can just download that. It will have the sketch, the cutting guide, instructions, and then a picture of our finished layout. So let's have a look at this month's sketch. It has room for 7 photos, 3 of them being horizontal orientation, 3 of them being 4x4s. So I think 4x4s are great and versatile because you can use any type of orientation of photo that you like. And then it's got 1 portrait orientation, 1 vertical orientation here. Now, if you have a lot of vertical photos, you can switch them out. You'd be able to switch this particular 4x4 for another 4x6. We've also got a great kind of strip that goes across both pages, and then a nice block of patterned paper in the center. Title, our 3 embellishment clusters, and then room for journaling along the bottom. Now, the cutting guide for this is pretty straightforward. We're going to put a little bit of a twist on it this month, and we're going to actually cut a border out first using the new Scalloped Wave border maker cartridge. If you don't have a border maker cartridge that you want to use, or a border punch, you can simply cut your 2-inch border, or your 2-inch strip, turn it and cut at 7 inches, and then take the remaining piece of paper and cut it, turn it and cut it at 5 inches, and that will give you all the pieces you need. What I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to be creating a border first. I'll punch my border first, then trim it, and then trim the leftover paper. Okay, so let's get started with that. Okay, so I have my Scallop Wave border maker cartridge, and I'm just going to slip it into the punch mechanism of the original border maker system. And then I'll put my paper right into the border maker system guide. Snap that down and fold the guide away. And I'm just going to punch a series of borders along this edge. Now I'm just going to take my paper out, and you can see that I've got that great border along here. Now I'm just going to turn it this side so we can kind of see what we're doing. So now that I've punched this, I'm going to actually cut my strip. Now, I'm not going to be able to get a full 2-inch strip here because I've already punched some of it away. So this particular size of strip is not as important as the fact that I want to have a 10-inch piece remaining when I cut it. So I'm going to turn it this way, and I'm going to cut it at 10 so that my strip here will be a little bit shy of 2 inches, but I know that the remaining piece will be a full 10 inches. And of course, this is the new Creative Memories cutter. Should be available again mid-June if you didn't get a chance to purchase it back in March when it first launched. And there's my 10-inch cut. So again, this is not going to be quite 2 inches. Let's see what it is. Yeah, not quite 2 inches. There's the 2-inch mark there. But that's fine because, again, we want this piece to be 10 full inches. All right, isn't that pretty? All right, and so now I'm going to go ahead to my second cut, which is cutting the strip at 7 inches. And I think what I'll do is turn it so the flat side is there, 7 inches. So now I have my 2 border pieces, and then I'm going to make my last cut. I'm going to take my 10 by 12 inch piece, turn it, and cut it at 5 inches. So right, there's 10 by 12. I'm going to turn it and cut it at 5. And that's all my cutting done. All right, so I've got my 2 pieces of white cardstock down for my layout base. Again, you could use any color cardstock that you wanted, or of course, CM album pages. So I'm going to put the 7-inch border over on this side and our 5-inch rectangle. Then I'm going to put our 7-inch rectangle on this side along with the 5-inch border. So now we completely span the page with just our 1 sheet of paper. All right, let's have a look at the sketch. So I'm going to be putting some of our photos down. Now these photos I took just a couple months ago when my family, we visited Southern California, and we got to go to Newport Beach, which has, I think, if not the longest, one of the longest piers in the world. So it was great to walk along there. It was a super, super windy day, but we had a great time. And again, for us landlocked Albertans, here's my very white legs, but it was great to be near the sea and the sand. So I think that's probably the way my photos are going to go. And as I mentioned, I think I'm going to use this Going Coastal as my title. So I might just, move things around a little bit here so that maybe goes in behind. I like it when everything overlaps a little bit, so I might just move this all up and play around with it until it works for you and for your pictures. And I like the idea that the photos would just sort of tuck in behind those waves. And then I still have room for my journaling down here, a couple of embellishments here, and right here where everything intersects. Okay, so that's really how quickly that layout comes together. I will be sure to show you a copy of the finished layout or a photo of the finished layout at the end of this video. And as I mentioned before, you can always go to my blog, to the shop on my blog, and download a copy of the handout for yourself so that you have the sketch, the cutting guide, the instructions, and everything you need to make this layout. So I hope you give it a try. If you like the 1, 2, 3 layouts, don't forget that also on the shop on the blog, you'll find other layout guides and an ebook with 30 more of these 1, 2, 3 layouts for you. So I hope you enjoy those. Take a peek, and of course, drop me a line or a comment below if you have any questions or anything you want to tell me. Thanks very much for joining me today. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye for now.